it feels like R-rated comedies are maybe a little rarer than they used to be, and Underdogs is such an enjoyable entry into that genre. So, how fun was it to get to direct this type of comedy film?
Well, it was definitely directing Underdogs and it being an R-rated comedy with kids was something that was quite enticing. Again, I was inspired by that this movie was based on a little bit like the Bad News Bears, and which in the '70s was quite revolutionary in terms of cussing children, and also just a real slice of life grounded. Sports world in Little League baseball. So here we're doing it in Pee Wee football with 10-year-olds. So yeah, it was a great experience.
Awesome. And the cast is also really so great. So, when did George Lopez get involved, and what was it like working with him on this?
You know, I got to say, when first reading the script, the Coach Feist character, George Lopez, came to mind instantly. I know that's a line that people say all the time of like, oh, I was thinking of so and so. I really was like, George, one, having a history in Southern California, um, love that he's, also Latinx and connected to, again, that culture. It's not just African American, so that was cool. And he's just a funny guy, and he's older, and he's got a sense of excuse me, he's got a sense of living life, and very wise. So he was the perfect candidate or person to play Coach Weiss.
Makes a lot of sense. And one of my favorite things about the whole movie is the kids act like real kids. How'd you guide them into giving that very fun and natural performance?
Uh, yeah, in terms of the kids, acting real, all those kids were quite real. Jonathan Booth, who plays, the team leader, superstar, or Trey, was super grounded. I mean, he's definitely like a diamond in the rough, as you could see, and he really set the tone for the other actors in terms of them being grounded as well. The actor Alexander, who plays Drogon, the nerdy kid, he had actually um, auditioned for Dwayne, aka Pretty Boy, but soon as I heard him and he had that classic lisp, and the glasses, I was like, he's got to play Drogon. So that worked out really well. But yeah, all the kids. That was one of the charms, and what was important is for the cast to feel grounding, because our approach and a major concern for Snoop Dogg was that the cultural experience comes across as real.
For sure. And my last question is, do you have a personal favorite scene from the film now that it's coming out?
Oh man, I should have been prepared for that. That's a good question. Favorite scene. There's a lot of them, but I would say the scene where Kareem carjacks Two J's car, comes in and discovers that Kareem that Two J's is actually, he realized that it's Two J's, and that scenario, the carjacking scenario, is just hilarious. Most of the scenes between Mike Epps and Snoop Dogg were just great. They're like adult kids, in their conversation. So I really enjoyed that.